Welcome to Tangor Tinkers, a series where Tangor tinkers. Today, we are going to be playing God. I think visual feedback loops are cool as shit, and to me feedback loops are kind of like living creatures. We got a whole ecosystem of them. But first, let me explain what a feedback loop is. A feedback loop is when the output goes back into the input. Simple as that. But how is this comparable to life? Our first mode of feedback looping today is going to be the optical feedback loop. In other words, it's basically just pointing the camera at the TV screen. And to me, this is like the wildlife of feedback loops. Because you can't completely control it. You can at most tame it, because it's affected by the type of camera you're using, the type of display you're recording, even the lighting in the room. But you know what they say? Limitation breeds creativity, and they are absolutely right. And the second method of feedback loops is what I'd like to call the internal feedback loop, and you can do it right here in OBS. And to me, this is more akin to an AI, a robot, if you will. And that's because it only moves when we force it. It only moves whenever it's explicitly told to. But that means we have an extensive amount of control. But what if I told you there's a third method, where you could have the control of the internal and the imperfection of the optical? An intentional life that's imperfect but in control, or a human, if you will. And this third method is what I'd like to call an analog internal feedback loop. And this bad boy's done with a video mixer, preferably an old analog one. And with this, it gives you the control of that digital loop, but with the limitations of hardware along with the emergent behaviors from an analog video signal. But most of my work is made combining all three methods, and that lets you create some amazing things. And with that out of the way, let's get to making some abominations. Demonstration time, boys and girls. And first I'm going to show you the digital and analog stuff I made. This is all with the mixer and OBS, and I think it looks pretty cool. And now I'm going to show you all three of them effects that uses all three of them, the TV, the OBS, and the mixer. And the main setup for these is just the same OBS setup as the previous ones. I'm pointing the camera at it. I got the camera outputted to the mixer. I got a Luma key on the mixer. And yeah, if you want me to make like a full-on tutorial, please say so. You can go ahead and ask me, I'll do it. Because I tried doing it quickly for this video, but this video's been killing me. I don't really know how to do this video, so if you want a focused tutorial, I'll do it, okay?